Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again. Here we are with another edition of Inside the Headset, and we go over to West Tennessee to the private school, and we're going to talk to the head coach of the Purple Wave, head coach Thomas McDaniel. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing awesome, Stork. How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, you took on Hillcrest and came away with a winner, and talk to me a little bit about Hillcrest and take me through that game.
It was about like I think what we expected. We got to play a lot of kids. I was proud of the fact that we played up to, I think, for the most part, up to the level of what our expectation is. And sometimes, it's easy to drop your expectation depending on your opponent. And obviously, starting the season off with the Bob Jones game, and then knowing that we've got MUS around the corner, and we were really focused on us all week and not really game planning for Hillcrest. That's not something that normally, I guess, as a coach that you want to ignore. But our kids are smart, so I just kind of make it known, hey, we're going to work on us. We're going to start preparing for MUS, and you're better to at least be transparent. So all those things considered, I thought we did a really nice job getting a lot of people involved, executing well, and playing pretty sound football.
You couldn't have said it better. I was talking to Coach Kreisky on last night, and I just said to him, if you're somewhat of a decent football coach and you know a little bit about the game, you definitely have a set package, or you have a couple of plays as the game is moving along, and you start saying, if we get a chance, we need to line up and try to run this and see what we look like, because we can do about 3 or 4 different things out of it if we can fire off the ball and do it, and am I right or wrong?
Yeah, no, I'd say so. For us, we just tried to keep it this past week as simple as possible. Execute our base stuff that we know we're going to live in, and then hopefully do it cleanly enough to score points early and get our young guys on the field. And luckily we scored, I think, maybe 28 points in the first quarter, and got that I guess that 35-point margin that you want to see, to where you kind of know the game's out of reach and the clock can be running. But unfortunately, that in of itself can be a little bit of a curse, because, then the clock's running, and in certain games like that, when nobody wants to see the score, or I don't want to see the score get that far out of hand.
No.
Kids from Hillcrest are working their butts off. They're just in a situation right now where they don't have a lot of numbers, and their coach is doing a really good job, but they've just, as far as it's a new coach and a young program, and, so you battle with the running clock, and then, in our case, they went down to 8 minutes in the second half, which I understand why we did it. But at the same time, I want my young guys to be able to get reps and be able to play and experience Friday night. So, again, we got out of it unscathed. We got to play. Everybody got to play Friday, and we did a pretty decent job of being somewhat fundamentally sound with our older guys and not too sloppy. So all in all, it was a positive takeaway.
Come away, trade video. You knew what you were getting yourselves into. You said practice on Monday, so now you've had 3 days of practice. We make no bones about it. You've got Bobby Alston's team. He's 2-0. Played Ridgeway, played Raleigh, Egypt. Talk to us a little bit about MUS.
They're they are what we've always expected them to be. They're a solid football team that, fundamentally sound at every position, very well coached. He's got a staff that's got a lot of cohesiveness, and, they know what they're going to do, and I'm sure they know us very well. We know them very well, so, it's just one of those, it's just a typical rivalry game. You've been a part of many of them, and I've been a part of enough of them. They know us, and we know them, and it's a very old rivalry. I think it's got an interesting feel to it, because there's a mutual respect. And the one thing I think that I expressed to our kids the other day, and most of them know this, but one thing that I expressed to our kids is that, I know one thing we're going to get. We're going to get their best effort. They're going to play extremely hard every snap. There's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of back and forth. I think there seems to be a mutual respect between the two groups of kids. They know each other. They grow up together. They run in the same circles, and but we're going to get their best effort. They're going to play extremely tough, and it's always a highly emotional game. But at the same time, it's a game of momentum swings. And if you look at I can only go back for 4 years, but the 4 years that I've been involved in the rivalry, it's a set number of plays that end up, you can go back and kind of pinpoint and say those were the turning points in the game. And so hopefully we can be on the end of the ones that matter when it's all said and done.
You mentioned I've been in a couple. What makes them dangerous? Me being ignorant and living here and haven't been able to see them and everything. I mean, they got a couple of wide receivers. Got a quarterback can flip it around. I mean, or they got they run team or all of it, or all of it.
They're a spread team, but they lost their quarterback, and their best wide receiver last year was a kid named Maurice Hampton that plays at LSU now. They have one. I believe he's an Under Armour All-American, maybe. Marcus Henderson is an offensive tackle. He's extremely talented. They're big up front on the offensive line. They're playing two quarterbacks right now. Their quarterback last year graduated, was a great athlete. Tailback returns, so they do have a returning tailback who's a big physical kid. Most of the receivers are new guys. They're athletic on the perimeter, but they don't have the experience in some spots that they had with Maurice last year. So defensively, they're always very sound. They always do a great job of game planning for us, and their defensive staff is very well coached. So they're a lot like us. We lost some really good players last year. They lost some really good players. They had some good players coming back. We had some good players coming back. They got to find a new quarterback. We've got we're playing two quarterbacks, so there's a lot of similarities, like I said, and they're going to be the return the kicker and punter, so they're always good in the kicking game as well. And it's one of those games where it's going to come down to 2 or 3 plays.
You healthy?
We are healthy. All things considered, I don't know that we could be any healthier than we are right now, and we're fortunate to be in that spot considering we're this far into the season. So knock on wood, fingers crossed, whatever. We seem to be in a good place. The guys are in a good frame of mind, and I think it is what it is. I think they're ranked 2nd or maybe 3rd in the state right now. They're picked by everybody to win our region, and they should be. They won the region last year, but we feel really good about our chances, and it's going to be a fun game for sure.
Coach, good luck Friday night. We're off next week. I'm going to Notasulga to see Coach Dye. And anything you want to say to the faculty, staff, administration, those folks?
No, it's just going to be a great Friday night. We're going to have a great crowd. Our fan support will be out strong, and I know everybody's excited about the game, and I'm excited to see. It is truly one of the best rivalries around, and it's one of the oldest rivalries in the country, and it's just a real blessing to be a part of this game. So looking forward to it. These are the ones you want to be a part of.
Coach McDaniel, good luck and take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, Stuart. Appreciate you, brother.
See you. Bye-bye.